entrepreneur. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled Why You Really Don't Need Any More Time Management Techniques, Entrepreneur, especially if you'll make this your number one priority. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to focus on one of the most powerful time management techniques that once you master it, it's going to catapult your daily productivity, which therefore is going to increase your income as well. This gentleman here, I don't know if you're familiar with him, Harvey Mackay. Harvey Mackay is a mega selling author of many books. He's an entrepreneur, a self-made man, a instructor, a mentor, and all those other things. Harvey recently shared in an article on his blog, which is the inspiration for this particular video that you're watching. He recently shared a time management secret that he learned in a time management class. This instructor in the class, he pulled out a giant jar, then he pulled out some large rocks, and he put the rocks in the jar, and he asked the class very simply, was the jar full? Now, this is not one of those optimism questions, is it half empty, half full? And most people agreed, yeah, it was. In which case, the instructor pulled out a bucket of gravel, and he poured the gravel into the same jar. He said, now I ask you again, is that jar full? Now the class was sort of hedging, and they said, yeah, probably. At which point, the instructor pulled out another container of sand. He poured this sand into the jar, and he asked the class again, is this jar full? At which case, the majority of the class responded, probably not. The instructor laughed, said, good answer. And he pulled out a pitcher of water. He poured the water into the jar, shook the jar around, and he asked class, is this jar full? Or pardon me, is this container full? Now, entrepreneur, if you're wondering what, if anything, this has to do with time management, here's what one student concluded, and see if you agree with him. Student said, no matter how busy your current schedule, if you try really hard, you can always squeeze more in. The instructor agreed that was a great answer, but it wasn't the answer he was looking for. Here's what he was trying to point out. If you do not put the large rocks in that jar first, guess what? You can't fill it up. So how this relates to you and I in time management, entrepreneur, is this. When it comes to life and business, you gotta add the big rocks first, or to say it in layman's terms. Always do and schedule the absolute most important things in your day first. Because when you do that, two things happen. Number one, you free up your time and you become more productive. And number two, when you do that, you'll increase your income. So speaking of increasing your income, for those of you who want to discover how you're going to add an additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line in the next 90 days or less without having to add any new customers or clients, then entrepreneur, grab that free 9-page special report. Just head over to youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales, because that's where you can get it. As always, this is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Looking forward to being with you again next time on the Marketing Minute.